Thank you, Chris. Spring, Texas, April 26, 2010. Alexandria Lowitzer, age 16, was a student at Spring High School. Prior to leaving the campus at the end of the school day, Alexandria, known to her family and friends as Allie, called her mother to let her know that she's going to a part-time job at a fast food restaurant called the Burger Barn to work for a few hours, then pick up a paycheck. She got off the school bus prior to 3 p.m. and walked to her job. Allie's mother, Joanne Lowitzer, came home from work at 5:30 p.m. Later that evening, she wanted to check on her daughter, Allie. However, she did not want to interrupt her while she was at work, so she sent her a text message. After more than 1 hour had passed without response from Allie, Joanne sent her another text message. Her daughter still did not respond. Joanne became concerned. The fast food restaurant where Allie worked closed at 9 p.m. Joanne left home just before 9 and went to Allie's job to find out why she was not answering her phone. When Joanne arrived, the Burger Barn was closed. The lights were off and the doors were locked. She became very concerned. Joanne contacted John, Allie's father, and other family members. They started contacting Allie's friends and drove to the homes of those friends, hoping to find her. Her family, friends, and parents of friends spent hours driving to known hangout spots and around the neighborhood trying to find her. No one was able to locate Allie. Allie's parents contacted local law enforcement and reported her missing. A police officer came to their home. He asked the parents questions and briefly looked in Allie's room. The officer told Allie's parents to call them tomorrow when she comes home. Joanne asked the officer, "What if she doesn't come home?" The officer replied, "Call us." The following day, Joanne Lowitzer called the Laura Recovery Center, a nonprofit organization that existed to prevent kidnappings and abductions and recover missing children, and asked for their help to find her daughter. Members of that organization coordinated search teams and volunteers to search the area for Allie. Missing persons flyers were distributed in the community to raise awareness. They also encouraged law enforcement to get involved. One of the last known images of Allie was captured by the Spring High School surveillance system at approximately 2:25 p.m. when she was leaving the school. The school bus surveillance camera captured Allie, exiting the bus with other students. Law enforcement questioned students that exited the bus with Allie. At least one student saw Allie get off the bus. He stated that she got off the bus at her usual bus stop. She was texting on her cell phone, nothing out of the ordinary. and the employees at the burger barn claimed they had not seen her that afternoon. Allie did not make it to her job, and she did not return home. Law enforcement concluded that since there was no evidence of a crime committed, they classified Allie as a teenage runaway. Joanne and her husband John were very devastated. They do not believe that Allie ran away. It was mentioned that items she had in her room, including her cell phone charger, clothes, money, anything that was very important to her, were not missing. Her parents insisted that Allie had taken a lot of those things with her if she ran away. They stated that this is not her typical behavior, and they believe foul play is involved. A lot of time has passed, and there's still no trace of Alexandria Lowitzer. Joanne Lowitzer made the decision to use a personal family crisis to take action by becoming an advocate for missing persons. She started by contacting local officials and creating partnerships with nonprofit organizations dedicated to missing children. Then she built a large presence through media interviews and public awareness events. Joanne connected with families of missing persons and encouraged them to contact their state and federal legislators. In 2018, Joanne Lowitzer's years of advocacy and persistence led to the national proclamation of National Missing Persons Day. This day raises national awareness, keeps missing person cases visible and active, pressures law enforcement agencies to continue missing persons investigations, and honor individuals who are missing and provide support for their families. National Missing Persons Day is observed on February 3rd. February 3rd is Allie's birthday. I have a video of a news segment from Click to Houston, an online news platform located in Houston, Texas. This segment, Joanne Lowitzer expounds on her mission behind National Missing Persons Day, which was 3 weeks ago on Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026.
Look forward to it. Thank you, Justin. Today is National Missing Persons Day, a date created here in Houston to remind families that they're not alone.
A date created to remind families of those who have vanished that they've got hope. KPRC2 News reporter Haley Hernandez is joining us with a local mom's push to keep the missing in the public eye. Haley.
Yeah, so this Missing Person Day was founded by Joanne Lowitzer. Her daughter Allie was 16 when she disappeared, and this corner where I'm standing might be the very last spot that she was ever seen. Caesar, come take a look at this. We still have a missing person sign right here, although it's so old that it's really faded. It's hard to make out, but clearly those have been here since about 2010 when she first vanished. This is the corner where she got off of the bus. There were cameras back then to witness that, and then she disappeared. Remember, this was a time before doorbell cameras, so this is still a mystery for the Spring community. Now that it's been more than 15 years later, her mother is using today, Allie's birthday, to push for awareness, resources, and tips. Inside of Joanne Lowitzer's home, there are proclamations and framed documents marking years of advocacy from the city of Houston to the state of Texas and beyond. She says that she established National Missing Persons Day because she feels cases like hers lose interest when the missing person ages.
And without those families having any type of clues, it's very, very difficult to get any attention. And, you know, with Allie being almost 32 now, that's why I wanted to have a National Missing Persons Day, you know, because she's not a child anymore.
Around 600,000 people in the United States are reported missing each year. Over 20,000 missing persons cases in the United States are currently active. The significance of National Missing Persons Day is that it keeps the focus on people who vanish from their communities, leaving no trace or evidence, by making sure that there are continued efforts in place to search for and locate those missing individuals. Increase awareness. Educate people on how to report suspicious activity and share information about missing persons, and offer support to the families of missing persons. Ann Lowitzer accomplished a very difficult purpose that started with the disappearance of her own daughter and led to an observance that made a serious impact on the awareness of missing persons and their families who are affected. Hopefully, she will be able to find a resolution or closure for herself and her family. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Dave.